there! Thanks for checking out my video. Today we're going to make banana bread. Yummy, yummy banana bread. Since I'm making banana bread, I decided I would wear my Buc-ee's tee number 63. For some of you that may just be watching my videos, I have a love for Buc-ee's. And last year, because when we travel, me and my husband, he would always buy me a Buc-ee's t-shirt. And so a lot of my friends and family would ask, how many t-shirts do you have? So last year at the beginning of the year, I wore one every day until I had worn them all the way out. And so I did that for about 3 or 4 months. Yeah. And then I just wore regular shirts. And now I just wear one when he gets me one. And so right now I am at 131. 131 Buc-ee's tees. Yeah. We have been to a lot of Buc-ee's. So I'll tell you that full story. I should just do a video on the love of Buc-ee's and how many shirts I have and how that went last year. So be on the lookout for that video. But now, back to the banana bread. This recipe comes from my husband's aunt, who has since passed and has gone to be with the Lord. She made a cookbook before she passed, and thankfully I got one. And you can tell I had to add a spiral. I had a spiral bound it, or whatever it's called, because it was falling apart, and it's just... This is my favorite cookbook. I make a lot of things out of this one. And so that's where today's recipe's coming from. If I can find a link to get you a cookbook, I will put that in the information section. But for now, that's what we're making today. It's actually the zucchini bread recipe in her cookbook, but I use it for banana bread, so that's what we're making today. My family loves this banana bread recipe, and to me it's an easy one, and it's good, and it's homemade, and so yeah, that's what we're making today. I've already separated all my ingredients, so the recipe says just to mix it all in a large bowl. So that's easy, right? You don't have to do like some and something else and stop and add this and that. Nope, this one is super easy. You just add all your ingredients. So flour, basics, flour, sugar, oils. Actually, for the sugar, it calls for 2 cups, but I only put 1 because we're making banana bread and bananas are already sweet. So I do tweak it there a little bit. Again, it's a zucchini bread recipe, but since we're using it for banana bread, less sugar. We add the oil, that in. Let's see what else. The 3 eggs. So let's see. I always like separate my eggs in a separate bowl in case there's gooiness I need to get out. And this one looks good. In case you notice why I have more than what I need, I'm going to double this recipe because we have plenty of bananas that I could double it. So that's why I have extra there. So we're going to add our eggs. And then we dry my hands. What else? Our vanilla. Baking powder, salt, soda, and cinnamon. And I already put all that goodness in there. And then comes our delicious bananas. And this is the way I add them. She's sort of looking really bad. It took me a while to make the video, but I kept telling my family, do not throw away the bananas. I'm going to make a banana bread recipe. So thankfully they did it. These have kind of been sitting a little longer, and I probably won't use them there, but yeah. But we will use these. I like to put them on a plate, like so. And then, which these, since they're a little overripe, you probably wouldn't have to, but sometimes when the bananas are still kind of ripe and not as soft. Yeah, all these should be fine, but I'm going to show you or tell you what I would normally do. And I found what I needed. Potato smasher. I will get my bananas and I'll just go ahead and smash them. Like I said, this one didn't technically need it. If they are so soft and already gooey, it didn't need it, but just to show you what it would normally do. So smash it all up and then pour it in there. Go, and then make sure I got all my ingredients in there. That's good to go. That was all my ingredients, and I'll just mix it up. I already turned the oven on to 350, and it says for 20 to 30 minutes for a loaf pan. It says you could also make these into muffins. I think I have done them before. They just turn out very moist, very wet, so you just have to be careful with that because of the bananas. So we're going to mix it up, and we're going to get our pans ready while we're mixing. I was looking for my pan, and I had it over here ready for display. This recipe, I put it in 2. I think you could put it in 1, it would just be bigger, but I like to put it in 2. So we're going to grease and flour our pan. Shortening all the edges on the side, and clean that out. Let's say that was good. Let's turn that off. Don't want to overbeat it, then it gets tough. So there's our shortening. Spread it in the little holes really good, and then we're going to put some flour in it. Get a spread. Just dust some flour in the one. I have this little basting brush. I do have like a little brush somewhere also, but this is just what I found offhand, and dust the flour all around the edges and the bottom. And I'll just put flour in 1 because flour goes a long way. So I'm going to just put it in 1, and then when I'm done, I'll just dust it in the second. There's the oven's ready, just in time. There's that. That one's ready, and now we're going to dust our second one. I'll dust it, and I will just, the extra, just put it in the throwaway pile. There we go. So our pans are ready to be filled. Take all the goodness off of there. Oh, and so with banana bread, which I guess with any loaf, you could add your favorites. So some options are nuts, We have some nuts, and then we have some chocolate chips. This batch, I'm going to leave it just the way it is. It's so good just the way it is. But my second batch, I will add nuts to it. Been trying to eat more nuts. It's a good reason to put them in there. I do when I don't like the chocolate chips in it. I love chocolate, but sometimes it can, I don't know, like it's too much in this bread to me. I think I just like it the way it is. So I'm not going to put chocolate chips in my bread. You can put chocolate chips in yours. So, there we go. There's one. We're going to our second one. And I'll show you about how much it fills it up. Makes a good amount. My camera helper is busy with her schoolwork today, so we don't get close-up shots, but this recipe is super easy, super simple. I'll try to show you. It probably doesn't show you how far it comes. So they're about halfway, so like I said, it makes two. So we're going to put it in, it says 20 to 30 minutes. So we're going to put that in. Set a timer. I'm going to put my timer for 25 minutes and we can check it. And while we're waiting on that, I'm going to go and make my second batch and get it ready. I didn't say earlier, but I would guess to make the recipe for zucchini bread says 2 cups zucchini bread, zucchini. So I would say 2 cups bananas for this recipe, which I would use about 3 to 4. I think it's equivalent, or it works out. Doesn't make it too soggy. Forgot to add our nuts to this batch. So I'm going to say about a cup of nuts. There we go. We got our other cooking pans ready. I like to just shake them and make sure it's all even. And I set it for 25, so it's on 15. So I'll remember that when I take out the oven and know how much longer these need. So Or I could just start another timer, and I think I'll do that because sometimes I forget. So we're going to set another timer for 25 minutes again, also for the other 2 loaves. And while we wait on that, we're going to clean up. Fact about this cookbook is I have started writing notes in it as far as what if I like the recipe, or if I tweaked it, which that one I did. It was a zucchini bread recipe, but I made it a banana bread recipe. So I wrote that on the top, and since I had so many notes and different things in here, what that is. When I was given, or I got more copies, so when each of my kids got married, I wanted to give them one as a wedding present. And so I wrote through theirs all my notes that I had written, so they would have the cookbook and the recipes and my notes that I had put in there. And my favorite part is I would write, like, if my son's favorite chocolate cake is in here, and so I wrote that was his favorite. And as they were growing up and their friends would come visit, I would always bake and cook, because female teenagers, you know how that is, you got to have a lot of food. So I started writing their favorites in here also. And one of my favorite stories is there's an apple cake recipe in here. And one of my son's friends was a very picky eater, but he would at least always try my recipes. Well, he was over one time and I'd made that apple cake, and he asked what it was, and I told him I wasn't going to tell him until he tried it. And he tried it and he loved it, and he said it was his favorite cake ever. And I told him it was an apple cake, and he said, "No way, I don't like apples." And I said, "Well, you apparently do. You like them cooked in a cake." And so I wrote a note in there about that being his favorite recipe. So my goal this year, I may not finish it, but I'm going to attempt, is to put together a cookbook of all the favorite recipes from not just this cookbook, but all my other cookbooks that I've used throughout the years, and write the stories in there, and eventually give it to my loved ones. And yeah, and so if you're interested, maybe you comment that whenever I do have it ready, I could reach back out, or I'll do a video or something about it too. But so anyway, that's been fun. It was great getting to realize I was doing that years ago, but then years later get to put together something like this. So that's exciting. Okay, our timer went off on our top breads. The first 2 we put in was 25 minutes ago, so let's take a look. They definitely still need maybe about 5 more minutes. There's our timer again. Let's try that now. Looking good. Oh, probably could leave it a little longer, but I don't want the edges to get burnt. So I think I'm going to go and poke it out. I don't know. Maybe 5 more minutes. Let's do 5 more minutes. That one for sure needs a little longer. There we go. The last 5 minutes for sure on that top loaf. Yep. Looks way better. There's the top loaves. And you can check on the bottom ones here. Looky there. They look done also. Yep. Here we go. These were the ones with nuts, remember? Let's go and take those out. So. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Yummy, looky there. Alrighty, you know what comes next. It's the tasting. Yummy. Looky there. I like the edge that's not on the edge and not in the middle. In between is one of my favorite. Thanks for stopping in and watching my video today. If you have a favorite banana bread recipe, you can put it in the comments. I'd love to see yours. This one's mine, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I was going to show you the back of my shirt. I forgot. All the shirts are so fun.